going to show you how to make red velvet cake today. Let's get started. Here are the ingredients. For the cake, 3/4 cup butter, 1/4 cup oil, 2 1/4 cups sugar, 4 eggs, 1/4 cup cocoa powder, 3 1/2 cups cake flour, 1 teaspoon salt, 1 1/2 cups of sour milk. To make sour milk, you add 1 1/2 tablespoon vinegar to 1 1/2 cups of evaporated milk, 2 teaspoons vanilla, 2 tablespoons of red food color, 1 1/2 teaspoon baking soda, 1 1/2 teaspoon vinegar. For the cream cheese frosting, you need 1 cup cream cheese, 1 1/2 cups of sifted confectioner's sugar, 1 1/2 cups of whipping cream. We will start with butter. And oil. Why do I add oil? Because if you use oil, your cake is more moist than if you use all butter. Okay. And then I'll put in the sugar. If your butter is soft, you can put in the sugar, but if your butter is still firm, you have to soften the butter before you add the sugar. You cream the butter, the oil, and the sugar for about 5 minutes, medium speed. In the meantime, I have here flour, sifted cocoa powder, salt. You mix this all together. And this is sour milk. I added vinegar to the evaporated milk. If you have buttermilk, you can use buttermilk. You don't need to add vinegar. And then you have coloring, red food color and vanilla. Let's put this together. After 5 minutes, you lower the speed. You add in the egg one at a time. And then you mix well. Wait until you can't see the first egg before you add the second egg. There are many versions of red velvet. This is my version. Okay? Once you've added all the eggs, then you add in, I have here the dry ingredients alternately with the milk and the coloring. You add this. You always begin and you end with the dry ingredients, okay? You can sift this again if you like, but as long as you've sifted the flour and the cocoa powder, before you measure, you don't have to sift it again, okay? And then I'm going to add in the coloring. This is the coloring. I added the vanilla to this to make sure we don't forget. I suggest you use liquid coloring instead of using the powder color, because a powder color tends to be more intense, and if you add too much, your cake will become bitter. The red velvet, originally the red velvet cake has cocoa powder, very little cocoa powder. If you see a red velvet cake which is very red, it means it's just a yellow cake and they added food color. But there is no cocoa powder to it. You alternate the liquid and the dry. Always begin with the dry ingredients and end with the dry ingredients. Okay? Once you don't see the flour, see? Stop. You don't want to overmix. We haven't added the leavening agent yet. Okay, so here I have 1 1/2 teaspoon vinegar, 1 1/2 teaspoon of baking soda. You mix this together. It will bubble. Okay. Once it bubbles, you add it in and you mix. Alright, done. Every time you mix, always scrape the bottom, because see, there are some portions which are not mixed properly, because the paddle of the mixer will not reach the bottom of the bowl. So, okay, we're going to use 3 baking pans, 9 by 2. If you don't have a big oven, just use 2, okay? But it will take longer to cook. And don't forget to put parchment paper. Okay, we'll put 3. Right, this one you can tap 2 times. All right, and then we'll put this inside the oven. Okay, let's make the frosting, the cream cheese frosting for the red velvet. I have here cream cheese, and then you have sifted powdered sugar. Make sure your cream cheese is soft, and make sure you sift your confectioner sugar or powdered sugar. By the way, once in a while, please check the description box of each video tutorial, because there I give you additional tips. I give you a little story about the recipe, and I also give you some other information that I may have forgotten to tell you during the tutorial. And there also you will find links to my other videos. Please don't forget to like and share with your friends, and don't forget to subscribe. I'm using here a wire whisk. You can use a paddle. Once it's well blended or it's well incorporated, I'm going to add the whipping cream. You can use any brand of whipping cream that you're familiar with or you're more comfortable with. Okay, it's mixed now, see? So I lower the speed, and I will pour in the whipping cream. And then you gradually increase the speed of the mixer until the cream is whipped. Here you can see that the cream has whipped up and the icing is fluffy. Look, see? This is our cream cheese frosting. Here's the red velvet. It's still, well, I would say it's still hot. I will remove it from the pan so it will cool faster. Okay, this one has paper. Okay. Okay, and I will cool this and then frost this. Okay. I have many recipes to share with you. If you're interested, please like, share, subscribe, and click the notification bell so you can be alerted when a new video is uploaded. Let's frost our red velvet cake. Here, I have a cake board so you can hold this. This is your cream cheese frosting. Okay, then we'll put the next layer. And then the last layer. By the way, you can also get a small portion of this and then put it in a food processor or a sifter, and you can use the crumbs to cover the cake. Okay, then we frost this all over with the remaining icing. Right, we scrape the sides after you've covered this. Okay, if you'll notice, I put 2 barbecue sticks on top because the cake layers kept moving because the cake is not chilled. So this is what you do, you put 2 sticks so the layers will stay in place. Okay, that's also a tip. then let's transfer this, and then let's remove this, and then let's smoothen the top. I'm just using a round tip. As I said, you can also take out a small portion, slice off a small portion of the cake, and then you crush it, or you put it in a food processor to get crumbs, and then you put it around the sides of the cake. Okay, I'm going to decorate this with hearts. Actually, this will come out after Valentine's Day, but anyway, it does not have to be Valentine's Day to put hearts on your cake. Every day should be Valentine's Day. Okay.